The second and final week of the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 beta goes live later today, and with it comes a significant game update aimed at addressing balance concerns raised during the first weekend. One of the most anticipated changes is the nerf to the Jackal PDW, which was widely regarded as the most overpowered weapon in the early days of the beta. But that's not all. Treyarch has also introduced changes to weapon movement speed and spawn adjustments in objective-based modes, making this update a major shakeup before the beta concludes. The biggest change without a doubt is the adjustment to the Jackal PDW. Throughout the first weekend of the beta, this SMG stood out as a powerhouse, especially at medium range where its damage output seemed almost unstoppable. Players were quick to mark the Jackal as the go-to weapon due to its minimal recoil and strong performance across various ranges. In response to overwhelming feedback, Treyarch has applied a series of nerfs to the Jackal. They've reduced the SMG's maximum damage, near medium damage, minimum damage, and minimum damage. Additionally, the developers have increased its view kick strength and view kick deviation, meaning that it will kick more aggressively when firing, making it harder to control during sustained fire. In the official patch notes, Treyarch clarified their intentions for the weapon. The Jackal PDW's intended strength is best-in-class handling and decent mobility, balanced by a slower rate of fire compared to many of the other automatic weapons in the game. It was overperforming at medium ranges, so we've increased the damage falloff and pulled the ranges closer, along with a slight increase to recoil. This means that while the Jackal will still be effective at close range, it will now struggle more at medium distances, which should open up more variety in gunfights across different maps. Additionally, Treyarch made adjustments to the weapon's CHF barrel headshot multiplier. This specific attachment had allowed players to maintain a highly favorable time to kill TTK even at longer ranges. The new adjustments have ensured that the TTK remains balanced while using this attachment, meaning players won't feel as dominant with the Jackal in medium range fights as they did during the first weekend. Aside from the changes to the Jackal PDW, this patch also brings tweaks to weapon movement speed, particularly for heavier guns like LMGs and sniper rifles. Players who were sprinting and aiming down sights as too quickly with these weapons will now notice a slight reduction in speed. This forces a more methodical approach, especially for players using heavier firepower as it becomes harder to dominate with run and gun tactics. Finally, Treyarch has addressed issues with the spawn system in modes like domination. Players had been frustrated with the high frequency of spawn traps where teams could easily predict and dominate respawns, making it tough to recover in objective-based modes. The new spawn algorithm aims to place players in safer locations, especially when their team is under heavy pressure, reducing the likelihood of being trapped in a spawn cycle. Overall, this update signals a more balanced experience for the final weekend of the beta. With the Jackal PDW now reined in and other weapons seeing adjustments, it'll be interesting to see how the meta evolves heading into the game's full release. The changes to movement speed and spawn mechanics will also add more tactical depth, particularly in competitive and objective modes. Enjoy the rest of the video and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Hostiles have the hard point.